society, LEMSACHENLOK society, yeah. I would like to start by, first of all, paying my respect to the spirit of the ancestors of this place, all the elders who are present here, all the dignitaries, young people. It was wonderful to interact with you this morning. I've had a very long association in the past with Nagaland, but I'm coming here after one whole decade, and I'm so glad that it had to be this day, World Environment Day, when the whole world is celebrating our connection and our association with the environment. Sometimes it makes me a little bit sad that it has to be one day when we actually think about the environment. And because for the rest of the days, 365 days, we do not think of the environment, then we face the kind of consequences that we have been hearing about since the morning. I think plastic is just one of the many, many evils that we do because we do not wake up feeling gratitude for what we have every morning. What we also forget for the rest of the days is that it's not just we are impacting the environment, but that we are very, very deeply connected to the environment ourselves. We are very much part of the environment. Every thought, every speech, and every action that we perform in a day has an impact on the environment, and then that has an impact on us. Consequently, the research is now showing that last year, and in fact in 2019, 2.3 million people in India died because of diseases related to pollution, which is amongst the highest killers. And we don't even pay attention to it because we don't connect it with environment. And some really alarming information research that is coming up, including the fact that the salt that each one of us consume actually has microplastic in it now. There has been research showing that the new babies who are born have microplastic in their blood. And this, I feel so sad for the future generation. What are we doing to them? We are almost killing them before they are born, and we all know what happened during COVID. We were struggling for oxygen, and our blood is such an important thing for us to absorb oxygen, and if it is filled with plastic, how will we take oxygen? Even if we had plenty of forest around us, we will not be able to take oxygen inside if this is how we pollute our environment. So we have to really be very, very serious about what we are doing. My dream is that not just 1/5 of June as a day, but every day, 365 days, we wake up first thing in the morning, being grateful to the Lord for whatever the God has provided us, and promising ourselves that we will not think of anything, speak of anything, or do anything which will harm this beautiful nature, so that we are mindful the whole day about all our actions, about our speech, about our thoughts. And this is why it makes me very, very happy to be present here. I know that Naga society has its own problems, but for the rest of the world, for the societies like ours, who have much, much larger problems, Nagaland still has a large stretch of forest. You still have wonderful food like the food that we ate this morning, diverse, nutritious, organically grown food. You still have clean water. You still have clean air. It's such a pleasure. It's so precious. And more than anything else, you still have a culture which is deeply connected. We just heard from the previous speaker, a culture which has been in the past. Maybe there is some degradation, but compared to the rest of the world, it's still completely, very deeply connected to nature even today. So what next? It's communities like the communities in Nagaland, globally, who are also part of ICCA Consortium that I am kind of representing here today, are coming together now at the global forum, at the national forum, and then they are saying, if we want solution to the kind of problems that we are facing in the world today, we need to do two things. One, societies like ours who have lost that culture, who have lost that kind of living to come forward to support communities like in Nagaland, other indigenous communities, to in their effort to reconnect with their culture, reconnect with nature, support them in whatever way possible. And the second, learn, not just support them and then forget about it and then go about doing whatever we are doing, but learn from them and change our actions to be less consumeristic, to be more spiritual, to be more connected to nature. And these two thoughts are now globally spreading in climate change negotiations, in biodiversity negotiations, saying that unless we do this, there is almost no hope for the children in our future. So that's why I do not want to take too long, but I'm very, very glad here today, and I'm hoping that with this kind of MOU that we are signing on behalf of my organization Kalpavriksh and ICCA Consortium, we hope to have some long-term association with some of you, and we may do a very small part from our side to be able to support your actions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam, for your encouragement.